Ladies, is everyone trying to fix their health concerns with unproven gummies and tricks? Well, thank goodness, Low Libido has a real clinically proven treatment. Low libido can be so frustrating, but there is a treatment called Addyi, ADDYI. Addyi is the first and only FDA-approved pill proven to boost sexual desire in certain premenopausal women. Isn't that great? A clinically proven option for your low libido that comes from a doctor, not a gas station. Learn more at Addyi.com and take charge of your sexual health with a treatment that's backed by science. Remember, that's Addyi, ADDYI.com.
Addyi, or flibanserin, is for premenopausal women with acquired generalized hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, who have not had problems with low sexual desire in the past, who have low sexual desire no matter the type of sexual activity, the situation, or the sexual partner. The low sexual desire is troubling to them and is not due to a medical or mental health problem, problems in the relationship, or medicine or other drug use. Addyi is not for use in men or to enhance sexual performance. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is increased if you drink 1 to 2 standard alcoholic drinks close in time to your Addyi dose. Wait at least 2 hours after drinking before taking Addyi at bedtime. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is also increased if you take certain prescriptions, over-the-counter or herbal medications, or have liver problems. Low blood pressure and fainting can happen when you take Addyi, even if you don't drink alcohol or take other medicines. Do not take if you are allergic to any of the ingredients in Addyi. Allergic reactions may include hives, itching, or trouble breathing. Sleepiness, sometimes serious, can occur. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and dry mouth. See full PI and medication guide, including boxed warning, at Addyi.com/PI or call 844-PINK-PILL. Addyi.
That's Addyi, ADDYI.com.
Are you feeling stuck in your career or lacking employment at the moment? Experiencing symptoms of job dissatisfaction? You might be suffering from a common condition known as career stagnation. But don't worry, there's a solution. Monster.com. Monster.com offers a comprehensive suite of career-boosting tools designed just for you. Our free resume review and AI interview prep tool will help you stand out from the crowd. Need more guidance? Dive into our career advice articles for expert tips and insights. And don't forget to check out our salary tools to ensure you're getting paid what you're worth. Side effects may include a new job, increased confidence, and a brighter future. Consult Monster.com today and take the first step towards your new career. Ready for your next job opportunity? Visit Monster.com now.
The amazing Kate Casey.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey. Hope that you have had a great week. I've got a great episode for you. Back with me is Brian Moylan, and we're going to talk about Bravo shows. We're going to talk about The Valley and Summer House. I know that you've been missing Real Housewives. Rest assured, Real Housewives of Miami is coming back. Now, there was a recent announcement that Real Housewives of New York is sort of put on, for lack of a better term, pause, because what I think they're doing is casting a wider net to find even better characters than they've had in the reboot, because we can all agree it was a little stale. I myself have recommended people. So just know, if you are in the New York City area and you are someone with a gigantic personality, there may be a home for you on Real Housewives of New York. Okay. In other Bravo news, they're bringing back Ladies of London. Couldn't be more happy about it. I've got a friend working on the show. To know me is to know that I love all things British. I'm fascinated by it, the aristocracy, the social circles, expat life. I'm so into it. So I'm really excited about that as well. There are a ton of documentaries that I have had the pleasure of speaking to the directors and the executive producers. You can find a lot of them on my What to Watch list. You can get that at katecasey.substack.com. There are so many little nuggets waiting for you to watch and devour this weekend. And the added pleasure of listening to the interview with the director, executive producer afterwards to get more behind the scenes stories. For example, I just interviewed the team behind a forthcoming documentary series on Netflix about the Tylenol murders. And in talking to the executive producers, I found out even more information after I watched the series. So I'm telling you, you got to go back and listen to those interviews as well. I also have reality shows on there. There are so many fun reality shows that may have just skipped over you, and you've got to go back to the archive list and just run through them. Do it sort of as a checklist. Like, have I watched all of these? Now, one reality show that is back this week I want you to check out is called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And you may remember it from last season. For some of you, you were busy with life or whatever it may be, and it may have skipped over you. I'm telling you, you got to take a look at this one. What I find astounding is I've watched so many reality shows that take place in Utah, and I've gotten a sense that there is an importance there to put your best publicity foot forward. In other words, present yourself in a certain way. Now you have a new generation who is willing to show all the bumps and the bruises and all the hiccups, and I find it pretty fascinating. So this show revolves around the viral soft swinging controversy involving a Utah influencer by the name of Taylor Frankie Paul, and then a group of her fellow TikTok creators, collectively known as Mom Talk. Now, some of you are like, what in the world is soft swinging? Well, I'm about to blow your hair back. It refers to a form of consensual non-monogamy where couples engage in intimacy with others, but it's not the full shebang. So in 2022, Taylor revealed that she and her then husband, Tate Paul, had been participating in this practice with other Mormon couples. And then it escalated when Taylor developed an emotional connection with one of the other men involved, leading to the breakdown of her marriage. So this becomes public knowledge. People lose their minds, as you can imagine. And the good people in production of this show reached out to them and said, oh, we're going to take this to a whole other level. And there you have the secret lives of Mormon wives. What can you look forward to this season? Well, there's an addition of one other cast member. And I said last season, I think what we're going to see are the ones that were actually involved in the Mom Talk, the real story. They're going to watch this first season and go, I want in on that game. Like, throw me the ball, coach. So you do have that. Miranda joins the cast this season. She's a prominent figure in the Mom Talk community, previously involved in that soft swinging scandal. It affected her fellow creator Taylor's marriage. Miranda has since divorced and is now ready to address her past publicly on the show. And for that, we are grateful. So I want you to take a look at it. It's called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and it is on Hulu, and you can see the show now. It's streaming, so take a look at that. Again, hope that you had a great week. I hope that this puts you into spins of laughter because I love talking to Brian. We always have a great time together. I also want to make sure that you listen to Saturday's episode, tomorrow's episode. I love this story. I'm scrolling through social media. I come across this super funny comedian actress in LA, and she's created this show that she's created using filters, like social media filters, to play different characters of a show called 60-somethings. And I wanted to hear her backstory, and I know you're going to love it. So make sure you listen tomorrow as well. Make sure you go back and listen to all the episodes this week. Make sure that you are subscribed to the show. Please leave us a 5-star review. And also make sure that you are in my Facebook group, Reality Life with KKC, because we're talking about all this stuff all week long. Here's my interview with Brian. Brian Moylan, happy birthday, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. I couldn't think of anyone better to spend it with than you, talking shit about Bravo celebrities.
What are your plans for the big day?
I'm having lunch with a friend. I'm going to go by my favorite store, maybe do a little shopping, just kind of chill, not work too much. My husband is at the Cannes Film Festival without me, so.
Oh, well, what is he doing there? Like, what's the project? What's he doing there?
He has a few movies that he produced there, including Kristen Stewart's directorial debut.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then another one called Pillion, which is supposed to be really good. And it's Alexander Skarsgård in so a cute. Gay S&M, like master-slave relationship. It's like gay, what's that movie with Nicole Kidman? Gay Baby Girl.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fantastic. So wow. I don't get to see it yet because I wasn't invited to Cannes.
Well, also, maybe he doesn't want to show you things because he doesn't want to hear your opinion, because you should just go home and it should be a sanctuary,
Correct. And I feel the same way. Like when I wrote my book, I was like, you can read it when it's done. And so usually it's like once it's finished, and it's the premiere, it's already done. So my opinion at that point doesn't matter, because I've definitely gone to see a few things and been like, that was terrible.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, well, sorry, Christian.
Well, the
I
nice
love
thing
you.
about Christian is he does know what's up. Like if we start talking about housewives, he knows all the characters. He knows their backstory.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
and
nice.
that's what's so crazy about him. And the movies he makes are like so like super highbrow. And then, but what he comes home and he's like, what Bravo do we have tonight?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, girl, let's
also
get into it.
You know, a lot of people who are in career positions where they're like deep diving characters like he does in the movies, like it makes all the sense in the world to me that he would be fascinated by Real Housewives because it's just constant character development.
No, absolutely. And all of the people he works with are super into it. Like Kristen Stewart's producing partner is a giant Housewives fan. And so he like, goes and meets with somebody for the first time. And then it's like, I need a signed copy of your book to send to somebody, And he just went to the BAFTAs and sat with Nicole Coughlan, who was on, what's that show she's on? Bridgerton. And he was like, she's huge. All they did was talk about Housewives like the whole time. And so It's like, even in these kind of like upper echelons, like very like smart people stuff, like Housewives still kind of cuts through. So, yeah.
Let's talk about the Valley.
Oh my God.
Transition. Yeah.
Jessie Lawley is already one of the all-time greats. I mean, the like narcissism of that man, just the terribleness. If you're happy, why can't you be happy for me? Oh my God. And my relationship, didn't he say last episode that girl broke up with him?
Here's what I've heard, okay, because I live here. And so they talk about the girlfriend and she's been threatening people. Don't talk about my name. But well, I have a friend who knows this woman. And before that season was airing, so it was filming. So while season 1 was airing, at the end of it, there were rumors that he was connected to this woman. So I asked my friend, what's the deal? And she said, they're not together. They're just best friends. It was told to me, friends in that woman's inner circle, that they were just best friends.
That makes so much more sense. Or I thought maybe they were just banging. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think so.
But yeah, he's trying to make it into something it is clearly not. Because if Sheena's on the phone being like she's at party saying she's fucking the guy from Baywatch, like she's not your girlfriend. And
no. But I also don't believe that. Being like a degree or two of separation, I don't see her, the unnamed woman, having sexual intercourse with a guy that was on Baywatch 25 years ago. That's not, her people seem to be very fancy, and that's incongruent to me. I don't know.
But what's crazy to me is that Michelle, who I don't think is a liar, Isabella is saying she has a second mommy. So she's getting that from somewhere. Either that woman's around a lot or Jessie is putting ideas into her head. I am too. And that is fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll just add that to the list. Talk about two things that are real weird. His headband and his underwear.
Oh my God. Can I tell you something? You are going to be so mad at me.
I already know what you're saying.
The underwear like totally turned me on. Like
He looked like my stepfather. I was like, what are you wearing?
It's this like, I don't know. I hate that I have this in me, but there's something about straight guys that just gets to me. And those like baggy, worn in grandpa straight boy underwear. It was just like, yes. Like a gay would never wear those. And that's why I was like, yes, never.
No.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, Jessie, I'm here for it. Like I get objectively that is bad. Like I understand that, but I still can't help myself. The headband, terrible. No excuse. The only thing worse, a man bun.
Okay, so then let's explore how Michelle later on, when they get into a fight, says, I know that a gay man is sending you money. What's that about?
I think that they have some kind of friend who's gay who sent him money as like a birthday present because she said it was like on your birthday, or money for some, whatever. But I think her point is valid in that, like, you're saying that I'm an escort, like, I could make it look like you're an escort too. So why don't you shut the fuck up? So yeah, but some of the commenters on this week's recap were saying, like, Michelle still hasn't lived down that she's a terrible Republican, and the way that she was kind of trying to weaponize him being close to this gay guy seemed a little icky to them. I didn't feel that personally, but like Michelle's point was valid. It's like, oh, you want to start rumors? Let's start some fucking rumors, bitch. And
wait, take me back for season. So they're intimating that she was a registered Republican and that was a big deal?
Well, no, this was the fight with Janet. Remember, Janet said that she's like a Republican and probably racist or something like that. And so
because every Republican's a racist, that's so stupid.
Exactly. And every Republican hates gays. I mean, if you're a Republican in Los Angeles, girl, she lives like a handbag twirl from fucking WeHo. Like, she doesn't know gay. She's on this cast with Zach, who's like gayer than 12 guys blowing 13 guys. Yeah, like, you know, like I don't feel that, but somebody was saying, well, people say the stupidest shit. People are out there saying the dumbest stuff. Oh my God, it's insane.
So absolutely funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't think Michelle is the same. I don't think Michelle's that great either, but put her next to Jessie Lally and she is a shining star and a beacon.
She sure is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like,
some people have given her knocks because they say that she sucks the air out of the room. I think that this is a woman who is so beaten down from being around a guy who makes her do mental gymnastics that she's like darting her eyes back and forth 24/7.
And I think the point she made when he was on the side of the road, when the car was broken down, like hitchhiking, of being like, this was what I had to deal with all the time. This is Jessie 24/7. Like, because I was exhausted watching 5 minutes of it. And she had to deal with 5 years of it. Girl, fuck that. No way. You're crazy. Get out of there.
I think her long game is to subject the others to him on these small trips, because then they'll all get it. They'll be like, oh, you know what? You're right. He's absolutely insane and he's annoying.
Yeah. But I also feel like Kristen Doty spent a decade with Jax Taylor, and she spent however long with DJ James Kennedy. She spent however long with Schwartz and Sandoval. Like, Jessie Lally, not a drop in the motherfucking bucket, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, so I get the point. Everybody else seems reasonable. You know what I mean? Like, Nia's going to be like, oh my God, I fucking hate this guy. But like, Kristen, no, she is so callous to reality television antics that she is just happy to be collecting a check.
Summer's just around the corner, and the folks at Mint Mobile have a hot take. Getting a summer bod is out, and getting your savings bod is in. This spring and summer, we want skimpy wireless bills and fat wallets. And with premium wireless plans for just $15 a month, you can have both without breaking a sweat or the bank. And let me tell you, the quality of Mint Mobile's wireless service in comparison to my old provider is mint. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/realitylife. That's mintmobile.com/realitylife. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
This podcast is supported by The RealReal. Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell fast to our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
This makes me think of an article that you should write for Vulture about how we refer to reality stars in the Bravo sphere. Like, who's a two-name person and who's a one-name person? Like, you're always Brian Moylan, and I'm always Kate Casey, and he's always Jesse Lally, and you always say DJ James Kennedy. It doesn't matter. It'll be 25 years from now. But Nia only gets one name.
That, you know what, is fascinating. And I would have to, go through and think about, and whenever I write Katie for Vanderpump Rules, I call her Katie Maloney Schwartz Maloney.
You're right,
and
that's right.
That's how I think of her in my mind. I also think that Brock, Sheena's husband's last name is Shea, even though Shea is the ex-husband's last name. So I call him Brock Shea. But Brock has a real last name that I don't even know what it is. It's Davies. I know what it is.
Is it Davies?
It is Davies. I only know because I follow him on Instagram because he's hot.
I don't think you always say Kyle. I feel like you always say Kyle Cook.
I do say Kyle Cook. I also know Kyle's middle name, which is McGill. And I'm in love with him.
Wow.
Yeah. I love a little name. I love a middle name. I also have given all of these people fake middle names. And
Victoria Davies Gumbelson.
Victoria Denise Gumbelson Jr. That's what I always call it. I don't fucking know why. I just think it's funny.
Oh, I think
whatever.
I think Tori Spelling's middle name is Davies. That's what it is.
I mean,
and I know that her birthday is May 16th because I have a real weird photographic memory for stupid details about people.
Oh, day after mine.
Day after. Quick question about Janet.
Yes.
I was talking to Reality Steve, and he told me this crazy story about how Janet was living in Ohio with a husband, and she was obsessed with the show, and she got her stick in her bandana, and she went out to LA because she was determined to become friends with the cast. She comes out, she becomes friends with Sheena, they go on a trip to Disneyland. She calls back to headquarters in Ohio and says, I have to set you free. I found my people. So she got a divorce, assimilated herself in this friend group, met Jason, got married, had a baby, and now she's on the Valley. Is there any truth to this?
I have heard the same story. Okay. And I mean, based on everything I know about Janet, it seems like it could be true.
Yeah.
And so I just heard a clip today on Instagram of Andy Cohen interviewing Nicole Scherzinger on his radio show.
Oh, nice.
And apparently Zach was Nicole Scherzinger's old assistant because she grew up, Zach's best friend growing up was Nicole Scherzinger's sister in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
And they know Brittany, but Nicole said she didn't know Brittany. Okay. And so she said Zach moved to LA and all he ever talked about was wanting to be a reality television star.
Zazu.
And she was so happy that he finally got it. And I think that this is why, if you think about Roni and you think about the Valley, this is why the Valley is working and Roni isn't. All those women in the recast of Roni kind of seem like they were trying to be too good for a reality show. I don't want to be a reality show person. I'm going to elevate it. Whereas the people on the Valley are like, I know what to do.
Yes.
I am going to give you a reality show. And they are giving us a motherfucking reality show.
Right. I mean, even Jasmine has a background on reality TV too. What about her is it her wife or just her girlfriend? I don't know if they're married yet, but Michelle?
Yeah.
Melissa.
Melissa. I don't know anything about her.
Okay.
I don't think so. She also seems like someone not terribly interested. And that's what's also weird. Luke like, what is Luke doing here? You are a real, actual person. How did you fall in love with Kristen Doty? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, but he's warming up to it. I can see him like on this. By the way, the Santa Barbara trip has lasted 14 weeks. But he walks through scenes now where he's like, "Hey, what's going up? What's going on?" Like, I feel like he's getting a little bug now. He's going to be an absolute monster in two seasons' time.
I mean, after his first BravoCon, it is over.
Over.
Like, all of those
Sayonara.
girls are going to throw themselves at Luke, and he's going to be like, wait. He's going to pull a Jesse Solomon and a West and be like,
well, gone, baby, gone. Oh,
yeah.
That's
Thanks
tragic.
for the baby, Kristen. See you later.
Do we, wait, what was, okay. Jax is still rage texting Brittany from the facility. He's obviously doing that because he knows this is going to be 3 episodes of the show, and he's doing the reality TV numbers in his head. He's like, I'm losing out on not only attention, because then I can go online after each episode airs and I can tell my opinion and I can go to the after show, but I'm also losing out on some dinero.
Yes.
I can't believe that he paid $30,000 for a facility that allows him access to his phone.
Me neither. How does this man have his phone and it's not like supervised? Like Brittany says it's in between therapy and whatever. You should get like 15 minutes a day. Or
well, also, is it like, are meetings held in the back of a club? Where is this place?
Right. I mean,
yeah.
No, I have never been to rehab, so I don't know. But it does seem a little.
Listen, state of California,
suspicious.
you could drive down a street and it's a rehab house and you have no idea.
Oh my God. So during
and they charge
COVID,
you crazy money. It's wild.
During COVID, my brother and sister-in-law, huge Bravo fans, shout out to Kate and Andy. They live in Santa Barbara, of all places, and they were looking for a little like COVID getaway. And so she found a place on Airbnb in Malibu by the beach, like whatever, looked amazing. They roll up. It was a rehab center.
Promises?
Yeah, it was basically like Promises. And they get there and there's all these posters on the wall of it being like a rehab and whatever. And they were saying, they were renting out the rehab rooms because people weren't going to rehab during COVID.
Oh, wow.
Like, this is your romantic weekend getaway? Okay, great. Have fun at Promises.
I'm assuming they didn't have like a nice meal with like a bottle of rosé. That's kind of awkward.
Yeah, no, they sure did it. But yeah, I mean,
interesting.
It's a funny story. Funny story.
So Jax has said multiple times that this is his show. I mean, it's Alex Baskin's show. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I will give, it's Scandival's show basically, but I will give Jax and Kristen credit for putting in the hard work and being anchors like for the show. But what's crazy is I don't think either of them are stars of the show because Jax is still doing the same shit we saw on Vanderpump Rules. It's not interesting anymore. Kristen is like trying to get pregnant, is going to be pregnant. She's not giving us as much crazy Kristen as she used to. Whereas you have Jesse, Zach, Janet, Michelle, all these new great people that they're the reason I'm tuning in, not because of Jackson, Kristen. But I will give them some credit for getting them. Like, we wouldn't have watched it if it was just all these newbies, but because of, whatever else. Yeah.
Nia and Danny. Now, I've suspected like something's going on with these two. I think we've talked about before how she gives pageant energy all of the time. And he is a child actor who's a voice actor and probably still would love to be on camera. Obviously, he's on the show, so that's evidence of that. What do you think is really going on with Danny? Is this a guy that is struggling in quiet corners? Is this a guy that is trying so hard to present himself as like this all shucks, all American guy, but he's got secrets? Like, what's the backstory here?
No, I think you're right. I think they're definitely trying to make things look rosier for the camera. I'm curious about their motives because we're deep enough into this reality television experiment that we know you're not going to get big jobs off of being on a reality show. You know what I mean? It's like, what is anyone who's been on a Bravo show outside of Ariana gone to do. It's like you can maybe be in Chicago, you can maybe be in a Hallmark movie, you can, like you'll get some work, but not like great work. But also it seems like money's a concern.
Oh, and they've got that's a lot of kids. Trust me.
Yeah. And girl,
Not
I know
cheap.
you know. You probably had 3 under 3 7 times.
I know. It's
5
rough.
under 5. I mean, come on.
And it seems like she really wants to have a lot of kids, and he loves her so much and wants to make her happy. But you could see when she starts to talk about another baby, like, there's sweat beads on his forehead. He's stressed out.
Like, no, I don't think there's anything as deeply wrong with either of them as there is with Jesse. I don't think, like, if the secrets, there are secrets, but I don't think they're terrible. Like, I don't think he's, like, it seems like the worst is he's a messy drunk. And I mean, how many of those do we have on Bravo? So I don't think it's that bad. I think what we're seeing is the tension of both of them being raised in this way where we keep it under wraps, but this project is about the opposite of that. And so I think we're seeing the tension of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but also remember, she was in pageants. And I think the reality is it's hard to be married to somebody who is in pageants. Sorry.
I mean, I do not get pageants at all. Like, I don't. Even the RuPaul's Drag Race girls who are in pageants, I'm like, you're not my people. So,
well, you just don't know what is real and what's not. Everything feels like it's been shipped and shaped to, I don't know. It seems inauthentic. Everything is like a canned answer.
No, I get it. And when they were at that dinner and she just kept being like, Danny's so tired, whatever. It's totally the pageant answer. But I don't think she was trying to hide that Danny was drunk. If one person had been like, oh yeah, he's so tired from drinking all the rosé, she probably would have laughed and been like, oh yeah, you're right, he is drunk. Like I don't think, but I do think you're right. Her impulse is to make it all pretty, make it all perfect, make it all smooth.
She could just have her head in the clouds because, he may be in the closet drinking tequila and like, throwing back bottles of wine because the financial pressure of having all these little kids. And I just wish he'd be honest about that.
No, absolutely. And well, that's what I say about all of these people. It's like, we care. We don't care. We've seen it all. I mean, unless you're like abusing people, killing people, defrauding people.
Yeah.
Okay, you're poor. Great. I mean, okay. Well, that's what I want to know is about Jesse spending all the money. Like, I want to know what's up with that.
Well, because Krista Rosa told me that he heard that he saddles up to, a table at the Chateau Marmont, maybe even at the pool, did he say? And just like hangs out there all day long. And he's taking calls, or at least making it seem like he's taking calls. And I said, that sounds about right, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. Girl in the Chateau ain't cheap.
No, I think that's where they met Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Well, that all makes sense. And I get it. But especially once you've seen him on, there are plenty of realtors that I've seen on reality television that I let Maurizio sell my house. I let Ryan Serhant sell my house. I let Josh Flagg sell my house. I would not let Jesse Lally anywhere near my house.
I agree with you. What do you think the process would be like of him selling a home? Like, let's pretend like it's an open house. We walk through the door. You and I are a couple. We're interested in a 4-bedroom with a bath. What are we going to experience with Jesse Lally as the real estate agent?
I mean, he's already in a headband and he's talking about himself. Like, that's what you would get.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I have so many houses. I've sold so many houses. This is the best house I've ever sold. I'm so great. It's like, no, girl, just tell me about the house. Thanks. Love Brian and Kate. We're moving in.
The other weird thing about him too is, I've said this before, sometimes I'm like, I'd wear that outfit.
He has great style.
He has
great
style.
taste. And I will tell you one thing, he's not wearing cheap shit either.
No. Oh, I know. I'm sure.
Those are expensive clothes. And
the shoes,
I see
the get up. Yep.
Yeah, I see what she's saying. I think he thinks, oh, I need to look like this high roller to sell big houses, which to some degree is probably true. But I think he was spending more than he was selling for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's very Southern California to be a real estate agent, and you live in a shack, like a decrepit apartment, but you drive a Range Rover and you've got like a luxury belt and loafers and your hair's coiffed. Like go look at selling OC and you will see the type.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. LA is lousy with them. It's like, it's like you're spending all your money on your car and then you go and you live in Tom Sandoval's old apartment where you can't do the microwave and the air conditioner at the same time, you know?
And the couch is like stained with like human excrement.
Hey, I'm Cassie DePeckle, the host of Wondery's podcast, Against the Odds. In each episode, we share thrilling true stories of survival, putting you in the shoes of the people who live to tell the tale. In our next season, it's February 14th, 1979. Elmo Wortman and his 3 children are stranded on a remote Alaskan island after a massive storm destroys their sailboat. Miles from help, they have to face the brutal cold with barely any food, only a sail for shelter, and a leaky plastic dinghy. Desperate to survive, they build a raft and try to reach safety. But as starvation and frostbite take hold and days stretch into weeks, their endurance is pushed to the limit. Follow Against the Odds wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on the Amazon Music or Wondery app.
Lamont Jones's world is shattered when his cousin dies in custody just weeks after entering prison. The official report says natural causes, but bruises and missing teeth tell a different story. From Wondery comes Death County, PA, a chilling true story of corruption and cover-ups that begins as one man's search for answers, but soon reveals a disturbing pattern. Lamont's cousin's death is just one of many, and powerful forces are working to keep the truth buried. With never-before-heard interviews and shocking revelations, Death County, PA pulls back the curtain on one of America's darkest institutional secrets. This isn't just another true crime story. It's happening right now. Follow Death County, PA on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge all episodes of Death County, PA early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.
I also feel like Jesse would do real well if he just went over to selling Sunset or selling the OC. He has that type of personality.
Absolutely. And I think that those shows could use some more Jesse Lollies.
Yes.
I feel like the people there are real people trying to make reality television drama, as opposed to Jesse Lolly, who's so fucked up, he's just going to bring drama wherever he is.
Yes, I agree. So overall, we're really happy with the direction of The Valley. I 100%. It's a little dark for me sometimes. I don't think Jack should be on the show because I don't think that someone who has that deep of addiction issues, who is berating his soon-to-be ex-wife, needs to be on TV.
No, I completely agree. And the thing about Jax is we've known him for so long. We've seen his song and dance so many times. I said in a recap recently that Jax Taylor could cure cancer. He could get a Nobel Peace Prize. He could balance the budget. He could make Melissa McCarthy sign on to Spy 2, and I would still be like, how long is this going to last?
Right. He named Pope and we'd still be like, you're not for real. Get out of St. Peter's tomb. I agree with you.
Right.
Yep.
And also, like I said, we've seen it all before, Jax. You need to give us something new and something interesting. Yeah. And right now, everybody else is doing a better job at it than you are. Yeah. And I don't. Ugh. What I was surprised by was, and I know it's the working title, but when Bravo announced all those new shows recently, they announced the kind of soft reboot of Shaws of Sunset as The Valley colon Persian style. And I was surprised that they were going to rush so quickly into making The Valley into a kind of franchise.
Oh boy, you know what that means? It's going to be
The Valley,
$1 million listing, The Valley, Top Chef, The Valley.
The Valley. Ooh,
Summer House,
Princesses
The Valley.
of Long Island, The Valley.
Ay. Wow, who would have thought there would be such a hot spot?
Yeah, I mean, I love The Valley.
Summer House, Jesse. Can we talk about him for a moment? We've lost him.
Him.
Yeah.
I think, Jesse, I think he's right in that he needs to not date someone on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all. And
I know.
second of all,
I think everything he does now is all about how do I get more screen time? And for that, I'm concerned for him because this could all fall by the wayside in a hot minute. You cannot hang your hat on, I'm a reality star. But I feel like he didn't realize how much he was obsessed with attention until he got on the show. And I feel like he needs to go to celebrity rehab.
I don't disagree with you, but I will say this. Even last season, before everything had aired, he was so good at stirring the pot, being a shit stirrer, like moving the story along, asking the right question at the right time. Like, I do think he's built for this in a way that West isn't. Like, West always seemed like, I'm in this reluctantly, or the reason we liked him is because he's not the kind of guy that we're used to. Whereas Jesse is the kind of guy that we're used to. Yeah. And I think he can go a long way. But yeah, his relationship with Lexi also gave me the ick. So,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, Jesse. But yeah, I also think that their argument, though, where this is not to defend Jesse. Like, I think that he was wrong the whole way through this relationship, handled everything with Lexi wrong, handled everything with Sarah wrong, like terrible. But then Lexi is kind of like, you ruined my relationship with the girls. I want to be closer with the girls. Now she's trying to forge a relationship with the girls at the very end. That seems to me more show related than relationship related. Like now Lexi's like, if I want to get us back, I better have some friends.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, a lot of those women are a lot older than her. They don't have anything in common. Sorry, girl.
No. And I think they like Lexi, but I don't think that they care to be friends with her. I think they brought that other girl in to be Lexi's friend, and then she disappeared.
She literally disappeared.
Yeah.
Do we know what happened to her? Did you get an interview with her?
No, I was going to ask, and then I decided that I didn't want to bristle Bravo, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure Reddit has theories if we want to go and look.
I need to look into that, yeah. I would love to know what happened to her. Maybe she was like, this is not for me, which is fair. That's fine.
No, and I wish more people would be like, yeah, no thanks. There was a woman on Survivor who, like, they get to the first tribal council and she was like, I thought this was my dream and I fucking hate it. Please send me home. And I was like, respect, sister. Don't pretend. Yeah.
I wonder if there's the reverse. If there are people that are like reluctantly go, they're like, I don't know. I was talked into this by like someone in casting. And then they're like, wait, I kind of dig this. And then they become a monster.
I mean, luckily like West hasn't become a monster. But
I feel like that happens on Temptation Island, that they like go through Instagram and they cast people and they're like, I guess. And then they're like, wait a minute, I'm a star. And then they can't.
I bet that's half of the people on The Bachelor. Is they're like, they asked me, I'm gonna go cast, and then it's like work's boring. They want to lark. They're like, okay, I'll go on The Bachelor, get a bunch of followers, and then they come out and it's like, I'm
monsters.
An influencer.
Totally. You know what I find that there's a new population that I have found on social media who maybe have like 5,000 followers. Like, they don't have that many, but they have totally curated all of their posts to act as if they actually have 4.7 million.
Yes.
And the confidence.
Whereas I have like 12,000 and I behave like I have 100.
I'm like, wow, they have really they're manifesting. Like they've imagined themselves, and like they'll say in their bio, like, influencer looking like brand deals, like here's my manager. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, well, and those are the people who are dying to get on The Bachelor to get those followers and whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy world out there.
Yeah.
Would you ever go on a reality show?
Only one that I created. You and I are too smart for that. We know like where the power is.
I would go on Survivor, even though I wrote an article about how Jeff Probst should be fired. So I think that's done. And there's a show here in the UK called Race Around the World, which is It's like Amazing Race, but no one gets eliminated. And it's like 5 couples and they like go around the world and they only have so much money. But they, you know, in the Amazing Race, like they all do the same thing. So you see them, whatever, like each of them can kind of take their own path and find their way to wherever they're going. Yeah. And I would go on that with someone. I think that would be like, cool. Like a cool, and it's very like inspirational, fun for the whole family, very light, you know what I mean?
I like shows like that too. And they always have like great backstories. I think it would be funny if I was asked to be on Dancing with the Stars because I
would vote for you every week. Hey, Casey, I promise you.
I really believe myself to be an Olympic athlete type of person. That whatever, if it's pickleball, it was college field hockey and lacrosse, like I'm going to the Olympics. I really, like, I'm delusional like that. But the funniest part would be, not that I would get a spray tan and I would look like a completely different person on TV and sparkles, but that they would like invite my family to sit in the audience. My kids would be on their phones, totally bored. And then they would cut and ask them questions like, what do you think about your mom being on TV? On this dancing show, like my daughter would be like, she has zero rhythm. Why did you ask her? Like, this is embarrassing.
Right. Your daughter who's like on the dance squad would be like, she's terrible. I tell her every day.
Yeah, like, what's with those 2 points? Yes, absolutely. I think that would be funny.
Yeah, no, that would be something else, let me tell you.
Oh, guess what? Did you see that the Golden Globes now has a podcast category? The next Golden Globes?
I did. How do we nominate ourselves?
I know.
I mean,
you know, it's going to be like the White Lotus, you know, podcast.
Oh, well, you know what you need to do to win a Golden Globe is you just need to invite the like dozen people who decide on it to like a really fancy dinner. So
okay, done.
Yeah, like I feel like we pay for them to do a night at the Four Seasons of the OC. We take them to Javier's.
Okay,
we
perfect.
do a live taping.
Yeah,
and then next thing you know, Reality Life with Kate Casey.
Yeah.
Thank you for this award.
With like a junior prom dress with like all my hair pulled back, but just like tendrils pulled like forward with like ringlets. By the way,
oh my God.
That's what my daughter did her hair today. The middle one. She did her hair.
Yeah.
And she walks downstairs and she had like bubble braids and she had the prom tendrils. And I thought,
did you say anything?
No. Oh, no.
And are you afraid
she has to live in that hair. Yeah.
Are you afraid of what the reports are going to be from school?
No, I think there will be a time, maybe 2 years from now, where I'm going to go, remember when you came downstairs every morning, like you were about to go like to the junior prom? Like, wow.
But do any of the girls her age know how to do their hair?
Oh, yeah. They watch tutorials all day long. By the way, I will leave you with this. I went to a dance competition this last weekend.
Okay.
It was in Ontario, California. And
where's that?
In the middle of nowhere. I actually left in the middle of it and went shopping at the outlets, but I told her I was there. She was texting me. She was like, are you here? I'm like, oh, I'm in the back. I'm watching all the dances. I was at the outlet mall.
What'd you get?
I got a nice bag. I got to be honest with you. This was fun. Hope you can enjoy your birthday. I was hoping you'd tell me that Tilda Swinton was taking you out for lunch, but I don't know. Could still happen.
I wish Tilda Swinton was taking me out for lunch. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
No, it's my friend Lydia. She's a big Bravo fan. Shout out to Lydia. So we're going to go. We're going to talk shit about some Bravo lebs in the middle of the day. Yeah. Don't tell her employer. And
okay, good.
It's going to be great.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at Brian J. Moylan on all platforms. And then I'm recapping The Valley, Summer House, and Survivor of all things currently on Vulture.com. But Summer House and Survivor are going to end in a couple weeks. So then I'll have The Valley and Real Housewives of Miami when that comes back.
Oh,
so
I can't
those
wait. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right after the episode's there. So come check them out.
And write that article about the names, like who gets referred to what and who's a 2-name person and who's a 1-name person.
Yeah, I'm going to do some thinking on her.
Ruminate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian Moylan.
Thank you, Kate Casey.
I want to thank my great guest, Brian, and remind you to click subscribe and please leave a 5-star review. Join the Facebook group, Reality Life with Kate Casey. Also, make sure that you get my What to Watch list by going to katecasey.substack.com. and Patreon bonus episodes by going to patreon.com/KKC. You don't want to miss out on that one because I tell you a lot more stories. And finally, follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at @KKCCA, TikTok, it's KKC, and Twitter and Threads and Blue Sky at @KKC. Check back with me tomorrow for an all-new Saturday series episode.
At Hotels.com, we know some travelers crave an ocean breeze. Others don't want to deal with sand. And oftentimes, those two people end up together. Compare properties side by side to find yourself poolside, oceanside, and still in a relationship. Find your perfect somewhere with Hotels.com.